Welcome to the Wormhole, where keeping it real is expected. There are a couple million podcasts you could be tuned into, but you chose to take this journey with us, and for that, we thank you. Without further ado, the Wormhole with Tim and Troy.
Without further ado, Wormhole, this person that I'm bringing to the table right now has recently appeared on the Immerse podcast with the host, a good friend of mine, Lee Aubrey Odom. And the episode was called Community Garden with Minister Terry Newsom. This person is a pillar of the community, a husband, a father, a grandfather / pawpaw. The man who taught me work ethic, and being on time is being late. And the man who stepped in as a father figure, my Uncle Terry Newsom Sr. Wormhole, give it up.
All right.
What's up?
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all good?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's good to have you on, brother. Man, you know, it's not every day that a man of the cloth would entertain our kind of company.
So he was normal at one time.
Yeah.
So my point is, without somebody caring enough and without somebody looking at others as though it could have been me, then you decide, give this person another chance. Can you run to their rescue every beck and time? Probably not. But I don't have a limit on the times, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't have a limit on it.
I do.
I'm not gonna go into it. Yeah, saying that, hey, but I mean, like Jesus said in the Bible, he tells us, how many times should I forgive my brother? 7 times? Jesus said, no, 70 times 7. That's 490 in one day. So, I mean, wouldn't you want someone to forgive you if you kept messing
Not
up?
790 times, man.
But if you kept messing up, every time you tried to do the right thing, you did the wrong thing. You just couldn't do nothing right, Tim. And I mean, you tried hard. You tried hard to be a father. You tried hard to be a husband. You tried hard, but something kept getting in the way. You couldn't figure out what it was. And all of a sudden, everybody just decided to walk away. Well, even if you knew, everybody decided to walk away. Huh?
Man, because you know what brings you against everybody else. When you're trying to do positive things, you got positive people behind you, and they know that you're capable of doing some fucked up shit. You know what's in your way. You already know that.
Okay.
I understand, man, that's why, man, look, I understand when people be preaching the word, sometimes you gotta be like, look, it ain't the devil, it's you. You need to get out your own goddamn way. That's it. Get out your own way.
I agree.
It ain't nothing else in your way but you. Let's just be real with ourselves. Just stop talking about, we need to pray. They just a fucked up individual. They just can't get out their own way.
Yeah. I do agree.
We don't need to do all that.
It's some broke people.
And that's possible.
Yeah.
Can get out their own way. But at the same token, it might not be as easy for some as it is for others.
I understand that too, but I tell you what, if you can look at that and watch TV and see a better way and then mimic that shit in your broke ass ways, then you know it's a better way. You just lazy, don't want to do it.
Yeah. I got to say that if I was in need, man, I think if I had your phone number,
I don't call Troy. I don't call Tim.
Yeah, but I think,
man, you can call me anytime, bro.
On the real though, man, I feel where you're coming from. I mean, because if everything was just cut and dry and easy as that, people that have been smoking for years have been to quit smoking. People that drank have been to quit drinking. People that have been hoeing, they have been to quit hoeing.
Yeah,
it's something that drives them. The brain is complex, true enough, but the brain also, once it gets altered by whatever it is, then that's what's planted in there, and that's what you continue to want to do. Yeah. And so, it takes just like people want God to fix their problems overnight. Well, you got a gambling problem. You done lost your house, your car, your wife, and everything else. It took you months or years to get to that point. Why you want God to fix it for you overnight? Give him time to fix it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
They don't realize there is no faith without work. You have to move towards something to get something.
True.
Yeah. You have to do something. You can't snap your finger and say, "Oh Lord Jesus, I'm on my knees, please let me get this house." Yeah. No, it don't work like that. You have to be doing something. Like,
gotta
man,
put in some work. Yeah.
Put in some work. At least if you're trying, then that's on the faith and believing to come in because you're trying. But if you ain't doing shit, come on, man. Leave the Lord out of it. If you fucked up, leave the Lord out of it.
So you saying that a person should just, if they know for a absolute fact that they are not doing things correctly, just do until you need the Lord for real, just leave him out of it.
Man, yeah.
Well,
don't pray when it's good. Don't pray when it's good. Don't pray when it's bad because you know it's going bad. Pray all the time.
But see, that's what we differ at again there, Tim, because there's another cliche, and I hate those cliches. Too blessed to be stressed. Look, I'm blessed, but I still get stressed, all right? You see what I'm saying? I just may not stay in it as long as the next person. You see what I'm saying? And then they got this other one, what they say, if you're going to pray, don't worry. If you're going to worry, don't pray. Don't tell me not to pray. I got to pray myself out of this thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they got that bad. It sounds good. It sounds good,
but in the midst of praying, you got to work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to work now. You got to put in some work for it.
Work. I mean, that's at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I'm going to continue to pray, and God will give you some things. You get down there and pray, Lord, give me a house. He'll give you that house. He will do it. But he's going to come with that house note that you're going to have to pay. You see it's gonna come with something. It's gonna come with something. so you have to be careful what you ask for. You gotta be careful what you ask for.
Hey man, I learned that shit watching the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone. Be careful what you ask for.
Be careful what you ask for.
I learned that on the Twilight Zone. It wasn't in the Bible. It was on a fucking TV show called The Twilight Zone. It was be careful what you ask for. They give you everything you ask for, but it got contingencies that you didn't think about.
There you go.
And that's crazy. But everybody's greedy. They want everything. Like, no. Sometimes just be comfortable with your motherfucker, whatever the fuck you got.
Yeah.
Damn.
But have you ever just tried to do everything the right way and still things might turn out wrong sometimes?
Yeah.
And let me touch a nerve here right quick. We was talking earlier about, Christ and God and faith and everything. And there's no Jesus Juniors out there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ain't none. There's none. It was just one. And he came and gone and he's coming back again one day. But when you try to do the right thing, you try to live right, not perfect, but you're striving toward doing the right thing. You get opportunity every day to do the right thing. And you take advantage of that by trying your best.
Yeah.
And like I said, it seems like the more you try to do right, wrong follows you. But you continue to keep on striving to do right. And I got to tell you, I'll bring this up because Troy knows I talk about it now, but, a year or so ago, I couldn't have talked about it at all. But losing my baby boy, I remember when it happened, the thing that I said to God, and a lot of folks look at me strangely when I say it, but I could care less. I just told God, I said, I thought we were better than this.
Yeah.
I told him. I said, I thought we were better than this. And not saying that, that thing ain't going to happen to me. I've had things happen to me before. But this, and I'm trying to do your will. I'm trying to preach. I'm trying to be a good husband. I'm trying to be a good father. I'm trying to help lift you up and draw others to you. I thought we were better than this. I told him. And you're talking about the trying of my faith. My faith was rock. It was rock. But at the same token, after all that, I still couldn't give up on God because I knew that I had other children and I had other family members. And I knew that I still had to go to him to ask him to take care of them, even under the circumstances. So, we have to be careful about that thing. I have to be careful about how I treat others because you never know what a person's going through. Yeah. They see me every day and I might be smiling sometimes and I'm talkative sometimes and they have no idea that if you were to take my shirt off, you'd probably see scars from my neck down, just beat up, just tore up, and on the inside, just tore up. But I still have my faith. I still have it. And I think that when we are compassionate toward others, I think we gain points with God because that's what he wants us to be. Don't be no fool. He's not asking us to be a fool, but he is asking us to be compassionate and to know that, what happened in my case, our case, the family, what happened there, I can't explain it. I don't have any idea. I don't know how God actually works. No man knows. His thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. And so I have no idea how he works. I don't understand how he can subtract by adding. And I don't understand how he can divide by multiplying or multiplying by divide. But he does.
Yeah.
And that's who he is. And so I just have to trust him and believe in him and walk by faith and not by sight. I know it sounds cliche to say, but that's what I do every day now. Because I understand that, walking and being able to see, I miss some things. Matter of fact, I got glasses I wear now. I can't trust my own eyes.
Yeah.
So I have to walk by the faith, and I'm glad that he kept me around here. And I'm glad that he's using me this way. I didn't think that it was going to happen like that. I didn't think that being called a preacher was part of my life. But I'm glad that it is. If there's anything I can do for him, and that's what he wants me to do, if getting that guy out of the ditch 2 or 3 times, he might be trying. Now, I don't know. But I know that I got to do what I feel like he would do. You know if that make any sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I do. I do what I feel like he would want me to do. Even though it might get on my nerves, it might bother me, it might tick me off and everything else, I still have to do what I feel like he wants me to do because it reciprocates. It comes back around. You'll find yourself and say, judge not that you be not judged. You find yourself judging people and then you get in there and you're telling the truth and you want somebody to believe you and all of a sudden nobody believes you. You don't want that. And so I try to live that way that, well, if it comes down to me needing somebody to believe me, well, I try to believe what somebody else tells me until they show me different. Yeah.
Man, I stand behind everything you just said. I stand behind that. That's some legit shit. Really though. And coming from a seasoned veteran as yourself, it's big.
Oh, those same old boring social gatherings. Try something new with Brushstrokes DIY Paint Party Kits. We provide everything needed for your paint party, from individual to large events, shipped straight to you. Visit www.brushstrokesag.com for more information, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Brushstrokes by AG. Show us the artist in you.
I thought at one time, Tim, I said one of us going pro. I didn't know if it was going to be my brothers or me or one of my nephews or one of my sons, man. I just felt like we were. But none of us made it there.
You say go pro is in what?
In any sport. We
don't. It's other things to go pro in, man.
Yeah, but but we can play them all when you come to football, baseball, basketball. And I just knew, I knew we had what it take, but along with that, and we tell our kids, you got to have a dream, but with the dream, you got to have opportunity.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we were lacking in getting opportunities to do so. But I'm so glad that we didn't put all our eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? Yeah. That just because we didn't go to the pros or something like that, it didn't mean the end of the world to us. You know what I'm saying? If it had, well and great. But if not, we're going to keep on keeping on and keep on being strong doing what we do.
Man, look, it's other things you can go pro with,
I agree.
You can go pro at running women. You can go pro at running a business. You can go pro at being a preacher. You can go pro. Okay. So, no, it's always a way to go pro. I mean, me and Troy, we on like talking about there's other ways to go pro. Like my daughter does agriculture shit. You go pro with that. Right. You ain't gotta play basketball. You ain't gotta do all that shit.
Right.
Show these hogs, get these cows. I'm gonna pay for the land, and we good.
See, everything you just said though, Tim, all that stuff is kind of like telling a little, I'm just going to throw a race in there, telling a little black kid to go start playing golf. Who's going to get somebody some cattle and land? Like, that stuff is not easy to obtain.
It's not easy to obtain. It's not. I will not sit there and say it is. I mean, but shit, man, a lot of our people did have land. They just chose to do other things. They might have sold it or whatever. We don't do good at generational wealth. We don't.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I mean, brother know what I'm talking about. We don't do good at generational wealth because your great grandparents were way more well off than you think they were. Mm-hmm. They had land. They had shit that you can't make no more. They had that. until others got involved and want to live like others. You know what I'm saying? And then they sell the shit. And now it's a goddamn 7-Eleven on that bitch that ain't gonna quit paying.
So we losing from influence.
We losing everything. Yeah. There you go, Troy. Influence.
It started from influence, is what you're saying?
Influence. We want to live like, I mean, anything with plenty, man. We talked about that shit last night. Anything's plenty, man. We want to have shit that we don't need. You don't need that. I used to think that I need $100,000 a year just to function. You don't need that kind of money.
Yeah.
You really don't. I mean, if you really think about it. If you're a functioning man of society, as I am, shit, if a motherfucker cut me a $10,000 check and just tell you that you got 12 months with it, I'm fine.
Tim, you are not going to live 12 months on $10,000.
Nigga, I did it before. What you
tell me? Before ain't now.
Nigga, I did it before. Nigga, I took out a loan of my 401k for motherfucking 10 racks. I lived out that shit for a year.
Oh, come on now. You just going to give me some months. Now something else is going to come off your lips, man.
Well, can I just say it's possible because your standard of living, it's all about your standard of living. I mean, if you got a high standard of living, you got the $2,500 house note and the $2,500 car note, along with the insurance that goes along with that. Probably not. But if you got you a car that's dependable for transportation and a roof over your head, you can make it off $10,000.
Yeah,
I did it. That's what I'm saying. You can't sit here and tell me.
I'm saying no, but I should too.
Off just fucking around. They told me, I was like, shit. I went on the website. They said I can get $10,000. I took that bitch out and I lived off that bitch. $10,000 for 12 fucking months.
Yeah,
I can do
12
it.
months.
Realistically, I know I could do it. Like of course, if I didn't have any children to take care of, they'll be totally different.
Nigga, I got 3 kids.
Yeah, but you had help too, though.
I don't know what you mean by that.
It wasn't your $10,000 was not the sole money to take care of those girls.
No. That $10,000 for me because I didn't spend my check. I didn't fuck with my checks. That shit's stacked.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
$10,000 was for him.
That $10,000 for me. Man, I did prostitutes, strippers, cocaine, everything.
And $10,000.
$10,000, dog.
For 12 months.
At that motherfucking 12th month, I still had 3 racks.
Tim,
you don't need as much as you. I said that to say this. You don't need as much as you think you need.
I appreciate your whole example, but I don't believe it.
That's bullshit.
What Tim said earlier about we were talking about that wealth. One thing I've noticed is about white folks is white people don't even have to like each other to help each other. You hear me? You struck a nerve with that one. To help each other.
You struck a nerve with that one.
Yeah.
You struck a nerve.
And then another thing is insurance policies. Black folks seem like they're afraid to leave something behind for their loved ones or whoever it is. And I used to tell the guys at work sometimes, I said, man, look, take out an insurance policy on yourself so you can bury yourself, if it ain't but $5 a month insurance policy, take out something, And see, that's what white folks do, man. Man, them white folks, they have $1 million insurance policies. They know just like all grandma. Of us, we're going to leave here. We're going to leave here one day.
But look, I think black people view, we didn't know the game. These new motherfuckers is something different. But back, I know what you're talking about. The days of me and Troy, our mamas and grandmas at that point, they should have. When my grandmother passed away, it was little to nothing. She had 5 kids, dog. And I think her shit was like 20,000. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. It was just enough to put her in the ground.
Right.
We don't teach wealth. I think we need to teach wealth. Even if you a motherfucker that don't know have nothing, teach wealth. You have to have money, huh?
You roboting real bad.
Yeah. But I agree with you, and like I say, if we get off the notion that if we leave them something behind, they ain't gonna do nothing but blow it. Well, you never know. You just might have that one that just really reach out and do something positive with it. Get your insurance policy. Leave something behind for your kids. I'm not messed up about leaving anything for my kids if I got anything. I got an insurance policy on myself, but I wish I could have more. Wish I could afford more because I like for them to have at least get a chance in this world. You know what I'm saying? Give them a chance. And that's what we fail at right there. We don't be worried about them We just go day to day, raising our kids and making sure they got everything they need today and not thinking about a future, which, it's not guaranteed to none of us. But just in case they do make it. And when I leave this world, I like to leave them something behind. White folks do it and don't even give it a second thought.
Yeah, but white folks will put shit in your drink. They kill grandma. They kill grandma.
Oh yeah.
They kill grandma.
I mean, it's sad. It's sad. If it wasn't so sad, it'd be funny. But really, when you think about it, yeah, they really would do that. And they the ones that actually take out the high insurance policies.
Yeah.
And I don't think black folks be too quick to do no stuff like that.
Because we love our.
Yeah.
We love our.
Kill them so we can get no $200,000.
No, nobody wants 200,000. Nobody wants you because you want grandma to be there. But nowadays, it's different. We done took on what the white folk like money. Because once upon a time, us as black people, we could function without money. It was a trade thing.
Oh, yeah. The community was a whole barter system.
It was the community. You had something that you did. We had money, but we spent it with ourselves.
Yeah. I got a question for both of y'all.
We want to be that.
I got a question for both of you. Sitting from a minister's standpoint, and a lot of times we get the blame. They say, for our young children going astray and doing what they're doing, the church needs to do more. Could y'all give me some idea of what it is we could do more?
Ain't nothing you can do. Ain't nothing you can do. It's lost. This generation is lost. It's lost.
And the reason I say he said that plenty times. And in a sense, I agree with Tim, because in a sense, I do believe if people are doing something, they are doing it primarily because that's what they want to do. And they feel like, because everybody gets really apologetic when the ball drop on them. Everybody gets apologetic. But to answer your question now, as the preachers and the cloth of this environment, I don't think that y'all can do anything, because I don't think that religion should be in for people. I think the whole point of religion is to, and I hate to say it, but people have to come to religion. Like, religion can be this thing. It has to be steadfast. That's just my opinion of it. Because as soon as religion starts to contour to how people dress and how they want to do things, and you have to, kind of like your kids, when they get so old, can you knock? You be like, well, I've been coming in, but they want you to knock, which I've always knocked. But I mean, it's just an analogy. People want you to allow them to like religion how they want to. And I think that takes away from the religion, to me, being like the parent of the world. So I really, I guess, answer that question. I don't know what could happen, because I think religion needs to stay strong.
Religion has been so fucking tainted. Religion ain't religion no more.
It's getting form-fitted around the worst people. Yeah.
The way I grew up AME. AME, Baptist, all that shit the same. I understand that. But that's the way I grew up. Very, very, Christianity is a very big part of my life.
Okay.
But these motherfuckers right now, they ain't trying to hear that. There's nothing y'all do at this point. And it's young, be frowned upon. Sean, you're lame. They're going to talk all kind of shit about it. Even if it's a man of me of 40 years old, that I call myself, I'm still out there, kind of heavy, fuck with bitches and all that shit. Them niggas ain't trying to hear that. They got their mind on something else. And it's something that we won't understand. You, pastor, will not understand. Troy, you won't understand. There's nothing you can do. This generation right now, they're being raised by women that go to the club, and I see them. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't Modena. It ain't no Modena. Grandmama right now, shit, I can fuck grandmama and daughter. It ain't the same. Grandmama used to be higher.
Yeah.
Upper echelon.
So ain't no more uncles. Ain't no more uncles.
Man, uncles ain't worth a fuck right now. Only uncles you gonna have is niggas like me, you, pastor, that the young people they can come to and talk to. But even when you tell them something, they like, that shit is the wackest shit I've ever heard. I'm like, hey, man, I'm just telling you. They don't want to hear it. Because you know what? We wear our pants.
Yeah. Pants don't wear us. Huh? You say the pants don't wear us. Huh?
Don't wear us. That's it. And that's how I feel about it.
Nobody likes it.
That's how I feel about religion, man. Like I wish there was an answer. Like, should we open the gyms more? Should we play better should we play music to appease the young kids? I don't think so, because as soon now, don't get me wrong, I have changed some things about my approach with my children to enhance our relationship, because I wasn't a really hard daddy, but I was becoming Bobby Knight trying to coach basketball. Like you can't be Bobby Knight. You know? You can't you can't be Bobby Knight in Indiana.
That is a Bobby Knight.
But you know, at the same time, you can't change your title from coach to like players associate or something. You can't be the warrior, you can't be something like that. You gotta still be the coach. And I think some kind of way I wish religion could just stay steadfast, and the people that really want to be it can be it, and you can kind of purify it and cut the fat off. I think some of the fat need to get cut off.
I was just gonna say, I got to tell you that y'all were honest with me, but I got to tell you, it really breaks my heart. Mm-hmm. Not that y'all said what you said, but that's the way y'all see it. You know, because there's got to be something. The church used to be the backbone. Slavery time, they sung old hymns. They trusted in God, and they trusted God to help them raise their kids in the neighborhood to be a good neighborhood. But now, from y'all's view, y'all don't see it. The kids up to date actually getting any better, and that's hurtful. Not because y'all said it, but because I'm talking to two young men, and I'm wondering what can we do, and y'all really don't know either. I guess you know what I'm saying.
We understand still.
Not that y'all don't know, but I mean, y'all seeing the same thing I'm seeing. It's basically what I'm saying. Y'all seeing that, you know, it's the kids of the day, this generation is different. And what's going to happen with the next one? Is it going to get better or worse? And I mean, at some point, we got to turn this thing around, fellas. We got to do something to turn this thing around. We can't continue to keep on going backwards and going down like we're doing with our young people. We got to do something. And I'm just not exactly sure what that is. I made the statement not long ago, Troy, you probably heard me say that this is the first civil rights movement that wasn't led by a pastor, the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, you said that.
You know, but the Black Lives Matter movement is getting to a negative connotation because some of these motherfuckers is really some knuckleheads, dude. You got some people hollering Black Lives Matter, and they don't even give a fuck about their community.
Yeah, we killing ourselves, and like you said, the white police, once he does something to one of us, and rightfully so, we should get upset, we should fight, you know. But at the same token, young black man kill another young black man, and it's just making news, and it's gone tomorrow, and nobody really said anything. Just a sad day for a family, you know.
I know, but nobody wants to really address it. So you mad at this cat for what? What you mad at this cat for?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
You know, like you mad at this cat because he said something. Look, man, look, I understand the way the game go. I dig it. I understand 100%. The only way I think a motherfucker need to be taken, he got to be in the store $100 million from.
Mess with the family, you know. That's thing, you know.
But that's family. That's family shit too. You know, shit, $100 million. That's a lot of money. But you don't. Yeah. We are doing shit to each other because of and Pastor, forgive me for saying this, over a bitch nowadays.
Okay.
Over a broad.
Yeah.
Niggas get mad at each other over a broad. The broad is really just whatever the fuck she is, and her mama wasn't shit. She ain't shit. So now you know what I'm saying? You got to put up with that. And I'm not mad at them for trying to get a man because everybody wants somebody. I understand that. But at the same token, you know, take it back to the book. You got to be equally yoked. You don't be fucking with motherfuckers. And then that shit bring on problems.
Yeah. But then you look at the fact there's a lot of young people and they act like guns are something new, you know. Yeah. Everybody just pull up a gun now. They settle a conflict, use a gun. But the thing of it is I see the point of a lot of them having a gun is because when you think about baseball, let me use that for, you know, just to try to break it down. In baseball, you got the ones that's hitting home runs all the time. And you know if you don't perform, you don't get paid. So you got the ones that's hitting home runs all the time. He's on steroids. Well, the pitcher feel like, I got to stop him from hitting home runs, so I need to get on me some steroids so I can throw a little harder. So now he's doing something to combat what's happening to him. A
Mm.
lot of people out there, they don't intend to use their guns or just walking around wanting to shoot, but they know that this person that they get in conflict with is not going to fist fight. They got a gun, so you got a gun just to combat what he's got.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, you got everybody got a gun. And it's best to have one and don't need it than to need it and don't have it, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
So now you find what you do. You find yourself out there in the middle of a confrontation. You didn't really have no gun to go out there and start something or just leave home in the morning and say, I'm going to kill somebody. But you got it because somebody else just might have one. And so what you have is the whole street, the whole gang of people got guns. They got guns all in the stores now. And then they want everybody, they want people. They inviting people to carry guns because they seem like it'll help stop the crime. Well, to a fault, if a person's in a store, say Walmart, and there's a active shooter in there, okay? And then here Tim come and Tim sees him in there shooting. Tim pulls his gun up and starts clocking on this guy. Well, Troy comes in and all he knows is an active shooter. He sees Tim. He don't know if Tim the active shooter or not, but now you finna shoot at Tim. Well, the police comes in and they see Troy. And so that's what you're going to have eventually with everybody toting guns at free will like it's the Wild Wild West. And you're going to have this massive shooting one day, Lord. I hope for the night, but I can't help but see it happening. Everybody in there start getting shot up.
Yeah, I can see it.
But in the place and time we in, man, it's better. Like you just said, it's better to be caught with it or without it.
Yeah, you need to make up your mind. And it's sad that we have to live that way. But as I always say, this is where we're at.
Yeah.
And, in the churches, man, there's no place safe in the supermarket or driving down the road rage. We go to the movie theater. You go to church. Anywhere you go nowadays, man, you got to have your head on a swivel, and that's sad that we have to live that way. And that's why I'm hoping and praying that we can turn this thing around, that we can ask God and be sincere about it. 2 Chronicles 7:14 tells us, if my people that are called by my name, he's not talking about just those out there in the street that don't care nothing about him. He's talking about my people. He's talking about us, church folk. He said, if they would humble themselves and pray, turn from their wicked ways, seek my face. He said, then he will hear from heaven. And heal the land. So what I'm saying is, when we pray, we need to pray for church folk. Folk, we always talking about church folk pray for us. Everybody need to be praying for one another right about now. Then we do the right thing.
But I'm gonna tell you this. Nobody believes in God anymore.
Well, they feel like it's irrelevant.
Nobody believes. It's like in these days and time, it's more like you telling your kids that ain't no fucking tooth fairy. You know what I'm saying? That's how they look at it. Like it's a tooth fairy. That shit ain't, because you got people out here that'll sit there and tell you, well, like shit, everything black folks have went through, where is God? Where is Jesus? Where is he? And my faith is not shaken easily, but they have valid questions.
Yeah.
Valid question.
So
I won't go the way of being like, there is no God, there is no I believe it. I mean, I was raised that way. But at the same time, they got an argument too.
So you're saying that they question should be answered how? Like more what?
There is no way you can answer it, because you know what? You want to take us as Christians and force it on them, but then when questions come out, you can't answer them. You can only pacify motherfuckers for so long, bro.
That's funny. That's a funny thing. You say that. A lot of people, like you say, they don't believe in God. Yeah. But as soon as something goes wrong, then they want to blame God.
They call him, yeah.
Yeah, they want to blame him. Then where were you? Well, yesterday you didn't even believe in me. Now you asking me where I was. So I don't really know. I think that the young people today, they don't. I wouldn't say they wouldn't believe in him. They just don't know it.
Man, they fascinated with death.
They don't know who God is. They don't. The Bible tells us to teach your children and your children's children and on about what God is capable of doing. Now, we live any kind of way. We live any way we want to, do what we want to do, and then expect for God to like it and keep on giving us and blessing us,
Yeah, straight up.
Hey, we can't have it that way.
Oh, those same old boring social gatherings. Try something new with Brushstrokes DIY Paint Party Kits. We provide everything needed for your paint party, from individual to large events, shipped straight to you. Visit www www.brushstrokesag.com for more information. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Brushstrokes by AG. Show us the artist in you.
You can't have it that way. You know, a little old 12-year-old boy go out there and rob an old man. You know,
Yeah.
And then when the judge give him all that time, then the parents mad with God.
Everybody,
you know,
mad.
Yeah,
treating the little boy too wrong.
I think what we need to do to get it started, we need to first start taking our children back to learn of God. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying like church physically?
Huh?
I mean,
you saying like physically in church? What?
Physically. They need to be in there. They a lot of times we talking about we need to take it to them, but you take it to them, they distracted. You really can't teach them because he's sitting up there looking. He don't want to hear it because his friends don't want to hear it, and I don't want to be the only one sitting up here listening to you. But if they come, you know, like we did. But
times is different though. So we're gonna wrap it up here in a minute. But I just got one more question for you.
Okay.
So it's 2022.
Uh-huh.
You already know how hard it is to do anything to a kid without crossing the line. Because I mean, they have access these days to just get you in trouble, like in the drop of a dime.
Oh yeah.
How do you start your 12-year-old going back to church? Like, let's say we sitting on this call tonight, and we said tomorrow we're about to start getting our kids back in church. You know, how do you do it without physically getting your kid back in church? How do you do it? As a parent, how do you make your kid go?
Well, Troy, there's a saying. The old folks used to say you got to bend them while it's a sapling.
Hey now!
You got to do it while he's a sapling, man. You can't wait till that rascal get 12, 13, 14 years old and start trying to bend him because he's a tree now. He's getting to be a tree. Yeah.
Hey.
So you need to start that thing while he's young enough. And don't just take him and drop him off. Take him and go there with them. You see what I'm saying? We quick to take our kids or let the woman down the street come pick them up and take them to church. We'll send them to church sometime. But when you go with them is when they feel more comfortable. Yeah. You see? And so that's what we need to do. We need to go back. Well, like you say, Tim, you said it earlier. The mama is 17. The grandmama is 34. The great-grandmama ain't but 56 or whatever. 51. So, I mean, 51 years old ain't old.
You still clubbing, probably 51.
Yeah, and so the great-grandmama wasn't taking the grandmama, and the grandmama wasn't taking the daughter, and so the daughter ain't taking her child to church. They just done broke the chain.
Yeah.
And they broke the chain, but do you know how hard it is to start that chain back up?
Yeah,
it's so hard.
Almost impossible.
Then you got to start the chain, get the kids on the chain with you, and then you still got to deal with that bitch you call a wife to get on the train with you, because she might be an ain't shit bitch that don't know shit about shit. She was raised up any kind of way in the jungle. She just done civilized herself. You know what I'm saying? So shit. So when we want to go to the house of the Lord, everybody got to come correct.
Yeah.
You just can't come walking in here. I know the church nowadays is like, bring me your tired, you're weak and hungry, just like the motherfucking Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, yeah.
But you still need to show up in some kind of fashion.
Yeah.
It's always decorum. It's everything. You come humble.
Let me just say before we go, Troy know my boy all day. I call him all day, but that's my grandson. And he's crazy about his pawpaw, and his pawpaw crazy about him. But he's 4 years old. And I take him sometimes Saturday night, he spend the night with me, I take him to church. And he tells me, Pawpaw, I love going to church with you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
That's all right.
If you start them off young, like we started off, and I don't know what to say about those that already let them get a little too far. But the ones that's coming up now, if you see somebody, ask them. Take your child to church. Just ask her real nicely. Ask him real nicely. It ain't got to be a woman. It can be a man, anything. Just take your child to church and let them kind of grow in there. Now, I know it'd be a lot of things said about the negativity of the church, but if you wasn't doing something right, ain't nobody going to say nothing at all.
Yeah.
So they doing something right. They're doing something right. God put man over there. So just hear what I say. God put man over it, okay?
Yeah.
So, so it ain't going to be perfect. My mama told me ain't no perfect church until you get to heaven, okay? But at the same token, we need it. We need it in our lives. We need it desperately now, more than ever. And so we're gonna have to get back to the old time way and don't worry about trying to satisfy them and play the hip hop music in there for them and all this and that. I heard a young comedian say, just keep on doing what you've been doing. Keep on worshiping the Lord. they'll gravitate over to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the best we can do. Because if you keep on trying to please people, you keep trying to please. Tim can look at my car and tell me, man, you need some rims on it. I put rims on it. Man, you need to get half top painted. I get that done. Man, you need to put your antenna on the back. You know, back in the day, you put a little antenna on.
Yeah, antenna, yeah.
You do all that. Every time Tim see my car, he wants me to put something else on it, and I keep on going to do this. You can't keep on. You'll never please Tim. And so that's where it is with our kids. You can't keep on catering to them and just do something positive. Stay on that level and let them gravitate to that. Yeah.
Man, this was awesome. We was long overdue for the visit, but now we paid it full, so we done paid our debts up.
Man, I enjoyed it, man. Tim, my brother. Hey, man, love you, man.
Man, you all right with me, bro?
Oh, yeah, you're good, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, we get into a lot of shit I want to get into. We just talk what I see at the barbecue. I see at the barbecue.
Gotcha.
That's at the family barbecue.
That's
family barbecue. All right, look forward to it, man. Troy, I love you, man. Y'all keep up the good work, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, all right?
All right, then. All right, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
all right,
I sign out.
Yes, sir.
Peace. Good night to both of you.
Good night, brother. Troy? I think it was good.
Yeah, it went pretty good. I think so. Shit, I'm about to sign off my damn self. Get on out of here. I think it went good, though. Let me step outside and smoke real quick. Babe, we done. We finna step outside and smoke real quick, and I'll be right back. Step out here and take me a little piss. Take me a good old outside piss.
That's the best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to have me one more drink and then go on later.
Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna put that shit up and go on and get it right.
Hey, man, I think it really went well, because we didn't even come up with no topics. We just talked.
Yeah, that was my whole intention. I just wanted to get on a subject because,
we get on a subject.
Talking. Yeah.
We just talked about him.
Yeah.
Shit, man, we might break 60 views on this one.
60? Shit, let's try to get to 50 first. But I think, I think that shit went good, man. Like I said, everybody was talking, everybody had their shot.
It flowed well.
Yeah, that phone ain't your style.
I ain't coming in clear.
No, because before that phone, shit, you were the epitome of clearness. Like you were clear. And you still clear, but you robot. Like when you start talking and you start getting into it, you always go into the robot.
All right.
So that's when they got y'all using that phone. You tell them, shit, that motherfucker ain't shit. It's, I guess, like you said, what you call it, the curl? I don't know. I try to keep up. Yeah, that shit wasn't good, man. We gonna have another one. Absolutely.
Because, I don't want to disrespect nobody. And really, though, we not disrespectful motherfuckers.
Yeah. But you know what? Smoking ain't bad, but like the thing about it, everybody don't smoke. So if you smoking somewhere...
the bitch can't complain about some shit you ain't doing around her.
That's true.
Fuck all that, Troy. Come on, man. We had a man on the cloth on here tonight. I did all apologizing you could do in the world, but that man understood everything I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And some things I think I was coming kind of hard on. He was like, you know what? I agree with that. Come on, man.
But at the end of the day...
Give us some credit. Give us some credit. Nigga, hey, hold up. Stop talking. It ain't me. It's you now.
Yes. Okay.
You not talk.
I'm outside. Let me go back in.
No, okay. I can hear you perfect now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so if we had the mayor of Arkansas on, that person has a lot to lose as far as their political position. Now, like my uncle being a pastor, his flock ain't gonna go nowhere. They don't give a shit that he was on with people saying shit. But I just think a person like that would have to about 30 minutes of good, clean. We're not gonna say all good, clean language. I'm not saying we can't drop a curse word, but I think majority keeping her clean would boost us up even more.
Okay.
Because I think people would see us as a trusted source to come on and drop news and shit.
I got you.
Yeah.
I agree.
We done had a pastor on. These people are our fucking friends and family members, so I think we're doing a great job.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah. All right, man.
I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
That concludes this episode of the Wormhole. Join us next time to see what shit goes in the hole and comes out the other side gold.